wanted to make this video for you to help you with week 2 and what we're going to be doing. So this goes with CAS 103, Columbia Gorge Community College, the Dalles, Oregon, instructor Mrs. Hughitt. Now you're going to be doing 2 projects that are going to use Windows programs that are already built into them. So you're going to go down here and you're going to open it. If you've used it recently, it may show up here, but normally you end up having to click right here to all programs. And then you're going to scroll down until you see accessories. You're going to open the accessories. You're going to see Notepad, and you're going to really ignore it because I'm going to open it for you. You can see it's very, very basic. There's really nothing here. It's pretty useless. So what you want to find is what's actually called Wordpad, and it's going to be a little further down. And when you open it, you're going to see it's a lot more program. Obviously a huge difference from what I just showed you with Notepad. So you are in Wordpad. Now some people say, well, I've got Microsoft Office, I've got Word on my machine. But not everybody does. And so for our class, we're going to use Wordpad for learning how to use it. After that, for classwork, if you want to use Microsoft Word, you're fine. But I want you to know about this tool because it's built on any machine. You go to a friend's house, you sit down, maybe you're out of town, you've flown across country and you're at grandma's or relatives or someplace, and you've got to get a paper done for your online class and get it submitted, and they don't have Office. They don't have Microsoft Word. And you're like, uh-oh, what do I do now? Well, you go to Wordpad and you could work around it with that. Now, Wordpad does not save in the same format as Word does. Word saves in a DOCX format, and Wordpad cannot do that. But it's in a format that basically, and I'll show you how to save it in a format that basically any machine can open. So if you upload it, an instructor can open it. It doesn't have all the bells and whistles, but it might get you through. So you've typed your paper, you've gone along, you've got it all typed, and you want to save it. When it goes to save, you have save and save as normal. Rich text format is its normal saving. You can save it in Open Office. The problem with saving it in Open Office is the fact that most instructors can't open it. Most people can't open XML. It's not really common. You can also go to more formats, and that'll trigger this drop box down here. Again, though, it doesn't really help you a lot. So we're going to cancel and go back to right here and to our save as. This plain text document is what I'm going to have you save it as, because that is the most generic form that any computer can open. Macs, PCs, Linux machines. I mean, it really doesn't matter what they are. They should be able to open a TXT document. So you're going to click on that. It'll bring this up. You'll decide where it goes on your desktop, on your flash drive, and it'll say text right here. So this would be like my Word, well, not that that's spelling, Wordpad assignment. It'll say if you're going to about remove all the formatting, do you want to continue? So if you've done a lot of funky, fancy formatting, yeah, you might be in trouble with this. But for just plain text, you're going to be okay. And now, when you close that, you should have this document that will open in Wordpad. Now, one thing to be aware of, sometimes these documents will actually open in Notepad, even though you typed them in Wordpad. It's because of the default setting, because Notepad actually can only save as a TXT file. It doesn't have any other choices. I told you it was pretty limited. So because of that, I had to tell my machine to always open it in Wordpad. And so for me, mine always open in Wordpad. If you do it and then you reopen it and it opens in Notepad, don't panic. It's going to be fine. As long as you used Wordpad when you did it, my machine will open it in Wordpad. That's a case of training your machine. Sort of like training your dragon, I guess. I'm going to go back over here, and you're going to do it with both programs open at once. So I will open basically Wordpad again, so I have it up and running. And now I'm going to open the second program. So you'll learn to work 2 programs at once. And I want Paint this time. So then I could come in here and I could draw a really ugly picture, but you know, that's my snake, I guess. There we go. So now I've got that done. I can get it all colored. I can actually do a nice job. I can switch between programs because they live down along this toolbar. Now I pinned things down here and you'll learn to do that. So I would be switching between this program and this program. All I have to do is click on it. Now you can also do that. It depends on your form you're in. But you can also do it with the arrow feature. I don't know if mine's going to want to work here because of how I'm set up, but that's okay. I think when I turned the recorder on it kicked me out of the arrow setup. But you've learned about that as well, and you can rotate that way. Or you can just use the toolbar. So that's basically what you need to do. Then you've got to save the thing again. And you want to do a save as. Now there's a number ones of these will work. PNG is the new one that's used in Windows 7 and Windows 8. Before that, it always saved it as a JPEG, JPEG, or JPG. And that's what your cameras will take. That's a picture type of file format. This is only openable by Paint. Nothing else will open it. So it's not a good choice because not everybody has Paint on their machine. If they're running a Mac or a Linux, or they're running an old version of Paint. Believe it or not, I found somebody that uses a Windows 97 machine still. So given that, those types of situations, they're not going to be able to open your document. BMP, we're not going to use either. We're not going to use the GIF. Often said GIF, actually, is how it should be said. And so we're going to save it as the JPEG. You're going to click here. You can change it down here as well if you didn't get it changed. So if you somehow get to like this screen for saving, you're going, no, just go down here, switch it to that, find where you want to put it. Hit save, close, close. Now this paint project's sitting here, and when I open it, it'll open with what's called the default program. The default program is the one that I have told, or my machine is told when it started and set up and built, to open JPG files. So it's going to open in the Windows Photo Viewer. And that's fine. That's where it should open. It should not open back up in Paint if you save that. That is not normally the default unless something's been, kind of switched around on your machine. So that should take you through doing both the Paint and doing the WordPad project for this week. Hope this helps you.